Hello, this is Steve Alexander from the IMPA office in the UK. I was delighted this morning to give a presentation at the UK Chamber of Shipping webinar for plastics and the reduction of plastics. I just want to share this webinar with IMPA members in the industry, anybody that's interested that perhaps won't have seen that. I'm just going to pull up this presentation and share it with you. So my presentation was entitled Plastic and Procurement, and as many of you know, we have worked on a new initiative for this with a wonderful council of industry colleagues this year, and achieved a great deal with a lot more to do. And hopefully after just seeing this presentation, you will be interested to learn more and perhaps join us. So don't need to do much on the introduction for me and IMPA. Suffice to say that, you know, we work around our IMPA 5-pillar program, which you know, is education, events, membership, and our membership resource facilities and services, and the Marine Stores Guide. And then, of course, probably our top priority, well, definitely our top priority these days, is sustainability. I'm going to explain why that's our top priority in a moment. I first started working in sustainability and corporate social responsibility about 10 years ago when I was working with and on the development of the IMPA Act programme. Many of you will be aware of this. It's our management system to help ship owners and suppliers create sustainable supply chains aligned to the UN Guiding Principles and Global Compact, and really built around the process of partnering, sharing learnings and knowledge. It represents state of the art in the industry, and we're very proud of it at IMPA. I'm not going to dwell on this too much. Suffice to say that I learned a lot with this program. And one of the things that I learned is that CSR is a strategic philosophy and approach, and it is strategic in nature. That means it needs boardroom thinking. It's something that's got to be embedded into the business as a whole, the ethos of the company. The great thing about that is that once senior management buy into it and the company adopts it, things happen throughout the company. But of course, that takes time. And what we're interested alongside this is to actually get things done and do things, make things happen. And that's what IMPA SAVE is all about. It's about looking at things that can be done now, and we need to look at things now. The role of procurement is, you know, really important in sustainability. And, you know, it's pretty obvious, but it's about looking, you know, at what we're buying and considering the wider impact of these procurement decisions. Many companies will be working on green procurement and sustainable procurement initiatives, and procurement and purchasing and the supply chain therefore has a huge part to play with any sustainability agenda. Our program was launched by my great friend and experienced supply chain manager. He's really a maritime sustainability champion, and that's Michael Carlson at Francois. And together with a team that we assembled from Maersk, TK Williamson, Weco Shipping, of course, which is Susan, our IMPA chair, her company, Scorpio and Oceanic, a fantastic group. And we've got the mission of really supporting these UN sustainability goals and to try and seek out sustainable solutions for the maritime industry, using our network, working together, collaborating together on finding solutions that can reduce our use of resources, protect the environment, and of course, reduce carbon reduction. We want to have a pragmatic approach to this because, you know, yes, there is the big picture that I've talked about with CSR, the strategic agenda and the long-term approach. Of course there is. But, you know, what we're trying to do with IMPA SAVE is break the problem down and get stuck into the smaller challenges. The other thing that we're mindful of is we know we've got to try and find the return on investment that not just looks after the environmental aspects, but also if that can contribute financially as well, then we're really winning. And we're following that mantra of planet, people, profit, and purpose. We think we can do this by collaborating, joining together, bringing people together, even competitors, to tackle the challenges we face together. And that way, we're able to leverage combined purchasing power to influence others. It's not just our problem, the environmental issues that we face above and below the water, and we aren't the only contributor. We know that 80 or 90% of waste coming into the oceans is coming from rivers and from land. But look, what we think here is we can sure as hell be part of the solution, and we can be champions for this. We can really show how good our industry can be in making change. So our first project was tackling single-use plastic drinking water bottles, and it's something we can do something about. We did the numbers. So we talked to our IMPA members, and when we put this together, you know, just doing some simple figures here. If we take a ship with a crew of 22, we'll use around 18,000 litres of water each year. So that's 18 pallets at a tonne each. 18,000 litre with 1 litre bottles is 18,000 plastic bottles. Now I know you know, many companies use different sizes, but you know, let's work with this as some basic numbers here to give us some scale and idea of the challenge and the solution that we can bring. Packaged in 12 kilogram packs means 1,500 of boxes of cardboard or plastic, including the wrapping. So our estimated garbage and waste cost US dollars $2,500, and the bottled water cost $5,000. So total US dollars per year, $7,500 US. The cost to environment, of course, is packaging materials, delivery, think about CO2, waste disposal, and of course the actual production of the plastic water bottles themselves. So the thing is, there is a better way of going about this. Onboard filtration systems, they are a reality. We've brought together leading companies in the industry, and we've created a resource centre for them to present to the shipping community, to procurement teams. There are several companies working every day on providing these solutions to companies. They're a reality. These systems work and they are very effective. And there's some very passionate, very clever people working in these businesses to make these changes. A tested filtration system on board can cost as little as US 3,000. So you can, the return on investment financial is less than a year. And we've also found a finance company looking at this and providing solutions. So you know, the investment issue perhaps is taken away, that question of not making that initial investment. So what we've done, we've run webinars, we've given presentations, we've talked to the community, created a website, developed a communication program, formed partnerships, and we've asked companies to pledge to reduce plastic water bottle consumption. The first step is signing up to this, agreeing that this is something you're going to look at. It doesn't commit you to instantly start in putting these systems in place. It's saying we're going to make a change, we're going to look at this, we're going to start work on it. And since July, we've got a lot of companies that have pledged, and the number is growing. You can see here on this slide some of the logos, some big companies, and it's representing now 6% of the global fleet, with more signing every day. And our chairman is, you know, active in talking to people, as I am, and the IMPA team, on joining and pledging with us. Have a look at the link here on the slide. You'll find more information, and I urge you to pledge and join us and make the difference. What's next? The IMPA SAVE initiative will continue. We will work with others, including the UK Chamber of Shipping, for which this presentation was put together for. But we've got things like waste consumption to look at, recycling. We know there are issues there. Chemicals, some wonderful opportunities to look at the chemicals used on board and to reduce not only the chemicals themselves, but the plastic involved in supplying those. And there is a myriad of other plastic products, plastic materials that we will look to reduce over the coming time. Thank you for watching this presentation. You can contact me at any time. My email details are here, but I'd also urge you to have a look at the IMPA website, and particularly the IMPA website for the IMPA SAVE initiative. Please come and join us, get involved. Thank you.